What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Videohomicide, back with another comic book collection update video. Today, I want to quickly remind everybody that I have a zine currently in publication, and it is called Cinema 187. It's all art based on horror movies, exploitation films that we love, and we've got issue 2 with a Robert Crumb homage cover there by me. We got a sick fucking Gremlins piece right here by Radioactive Blob Fuel, and he took the reins for the cover of issue 3 and did an homage to a Johnny Craig piece from Tales or Vault of Horror, I believe 58 or 38 or some shit like that, and I did the back cover with a Pieces homage, which is that Spanish film. It's like a giallo almost. Also available is my sketchbook material collected in a zine called Raise the Dead. There's currently 5 issues of that available, and cannot forget my comic book character Filthy Ralph, which now exists in 4 different comic books. So the actual ongoing series right here with issue 1 and 2, and then the collected strips volume 1 and 2 as well. So really proud to present these, and was really proud to sell these, as a matter of fact, on last Saturday at the zine fair called Zinography, and really got to meet a lot of really cool artists and different creators, and sold a lot of stuff, and had a lot of good conversations. So, and I had my dad with me, and he was helping me sell shit, and he would like go and get me drinks and shit like that. I would go outside and like smoke a fucking quick vape toke, come back in high as fuck, talk zines and shit like that. But also my mom and my brother showed up. Kayla was at her fucking she's doing a I don't know if she wants me to really say, but she's doing something that's really cool, and hopefully we'll talk about that in the future. But anyways, we're gonna move on to the zine haul real quick. First thing I picked up is something really badass by a guy named Mitch Lorame, I believe. He goes by houseycults on Instagram. He did a book called Michael Mouse, okay, which is a Mickey Mouse parody. It's totally R-rated and X-rated. I wish I got him to sign this. I really fucking do regret not doing that. But this is really badass. It's presented in like a 12-panel grid all the way through, and like Donald's doing heroin, Mickey and fucking Goofy's. I think Goofy's doing heroin, Donald's doing coke. Like, this is ridiculous. It's so awesome. So shout out to this guy. I gave this guy all the Filthy Ralphs, because I had on the back of the one Filthy Ralph, I have my Mickey Mouse, and I was like, yo dude, here you go, man. He's like, oh, these are sick. Even when he left, he's like, yo, I checked out those Filthy Ralphs, those are cool. So there's the stickers he gave me as well. The Toronto Zine Fair Library, or the Toronto Zine Library, bought one of each of my zines, so that's pretty dope. So hopefully, I don't know if it's an actual library, if it's a bookstore, or what the fuck it is, but they exist there. So shout out to Toronto. Shout out to this creator, or these two creators, Pater Sinister and Jay Rotsta. They do a parody book called Batman. As soon as I seen that this was 18 plus, I was like, okay, I'm all over it. I got to check this shit out. Really cool art in it as well. I'm a sucker for this type of stuff, so I'm glad that I was able to see some of that shit. That Michael Mouse was probably like the coolest thing I could have found there, though. I gotta admit. This was given to me by a guy. We did a little trade. This is Goldenrod Magazine, and this is put out by a guy named Tony. Tony Editoni, and it's a really cool, just sort of like different, all types of different strips and different just kind of like cartoons and different shit like that. It's really badass. I'm really a fan of this stuff. So this guy, I believe, followed me on Instagram. I followed him back. We'll chop it up eventually, but there it is. This is another zine that was given to me by a guy named MK14. His zine is called Billy's Got a Slugger. It's an image book, collection of different art pieces that he did. Really cool stuff. Kind of reminds me of Gross Ink Trading Post in a bit. Gross Ink Trading Post a bit. And then finally from the zine fair, I picked up, or this was given to me as well. It's a print. Looks like a block print by Will McLean. It's called At the Stoplight, and I'm going to be hanging this bitch up because I love it. So that's it for the zine fair. We're going to move on to some of the comic books that I picked up. First thing I picked up is Godzilla War for Humanity by Jake Smith and Andrew McLean. Jake Smith goes by Dead Gremlin Comics on Instagram. I'm a fan of his art, and I'm glad I can finally pick up some of his stuff. And he's doing it with IDW, so that's like, that's a good name brand. Like, people say the independence when it comes to like IDW and Image. At least that's what they said when I was collecting back in like 2010, 2013. But I don't think IDW or Image are like, you know, indie, like little fucking niche book anymore. You know what I mean? Like they're making the big bucks. They got big properties and stuff. But yeah, really cool art. Glad to pick that up. The final issue of Red Room has finally come here. We've got Crypto Killers number 4 and the conclusion of Ed Piskor's Red Room. I'm a big fan of Ed Piskor. I like his art. I love cartoonist kayfabe. Shout out to Jim Rugg, Tom Scholey. Like I love all those guys. So I'm really stoked to finally finish off reading Red Room. I've only read the first trade, but I have all of the single issues. I'll be doing a video on that because I think it'd be cool because it's done, and I just want to do my part in spreading the word about it because I think it's a dope book. Speaking of dope books, I picked up Jasper Jubenvills' Milkmaid a while ago, and then I bought like that was just a little tiny book. This is like a full-on. This is thick, man. It's got a spine to it. It looks great. Dynamite Diva, One-Eyed Wild Ride. I bought this book and I couldn't be any fucking happier. And the coolest thing about this is it's actually signed. Thanks, Ricky, Jasper Jubenvill with a little skull. And I really appreciate that, man. I waited for this book for a while. I'm not going to lie. I waited like 2 months for it. But, you know what? It's well worth it, dude. I'm so stoked to fucking read this guy. You have no idea. Shout out to Jasper, man. He's a young dude. And he's got the talent of an old man, you know, a fucking wise craftsman. Like, very well done, my friend. Like, I love this shit. And it was worth the wait, I will say that. And I know you know, it's not easy running an independent business. Like, I do it myself with Cinema 187, and it's sometimes, you know, shit happens where like it takes you a while to send something or whatever. You got life shit. You don't have a team of motherfuckers doing shit for you. I understand. But again, it was worth the wait, dude. And I cannot wait to dig into that because truthfully, I only read a little bit of Milkmaid because as soon as I got Milkmaid and I seen the art like in my fucking face, that night I ordered that fucking shit, and I'm so glad I did. And I wrote in the notes, I was like, sign it to Ricky, and motherfucker did. So that's pretty dope. Printed in Canada. That's another cool thing. I like this guy's Canadian because it's a good look for my countrymen. You know what I mean? So. Again, real quick about the zine fair, man, it was awesome because I had dropped off copies of 187 and copies of Filthy Ralph around town, and to have people walk past my table and say, hey, I got that from Odyssey Records, hey, I got that from City Lights, I was like, dude, you got Filthy Ralph, and like it's out there. And that's the thing that I sometimes it like blows my mind, especially I sell a zine to someone in Norway, I sell a zine to someone in California or New York, or motherfucking, you know, England, somewhere in fucking Ireland, or, you know, all kinds of places. It's all over, and it's really badass. So when it's locally, though, when motherfuckers roll up on your table and say, yo, I got that, like, you got my shit, like, it's quite the feeling. Okay, so if you're any kind of, you know, if you want to make a comic book, man, and you don't know what to do with it, just take it to places where you think people would like comic books. Take it to like a comic shop, or take it to a record shop, or a weed shop, or any place, and say, hey, can I just leave a stack of these here? More than likely they're going to be like, yeah, fuck yeah. They don't care because it's going to be free promotion. You know what I mean? You're going to take a photo of it. You're going to take a photo of out front of the store and say, yo, find my shit here, you know, and that's what you do, and that's how you get your stuff out there. So it's cool. I gave a lot of stuff away at Zinography. Shout out to the Zine Fiends. Like, I gave a lot of shit away because I wanted to get it out there locally. It's always been a dream of mine to have my shit out there and it just be in like within where I live, you know? Because I swear to you, one kid came up to me and he said that he came for the table. He came to see this stuff. I follow you on Instagram, he says. I came to see that. I was like, dude, he was wearing a Hellraiser shirt. If you're watching this, dude, message me on Instagram at cinema.187. I want to talk to you. But yeah, there was a whole lot of really fucking good eye-opening moments. No one compared me to Crumb or compared the art to Crumb, but they said it's crummish. Oh, this is kind of like crumb type stuff. This is like underground underground comics and stuff. Want to hear some shit? Filthy Ralph, it's #1 demographic for people buying stuff, like actually paying money. Old ladies. More old ladies bought Filthy Ralph than anybody, and I think that's fucking heartwarming and awesome. So I had one old lady that came over, looked at the stuff, put it down, walked away. Came back, looked at the stuff, put it down, walked away. Came back third time, bought everything. One of everything. So you never know, right? Shout out to Radioactive Blob Fuel. I was giving away copies of his coffee comic book. Shout out to everybody that's on Team 187. Lots of really great artists are coming through again with issue 4. I'm currently in the process of doing the cover, and Radioactive Blob Fuel is going to be doing the back cover. It's not going to be perfect binding just because, you know, shit can happen. We'll leave it at that. And I should also probably mention that 31 Days of Horror is not going to be consecutive. Okay, so Video Nasties is just going to run until all the videos are done, because I kind of got burnt out watching them, I'm not going to lie. Love Camp 7 really fucking put the nail in the coffin for me for a while. I had to rejuvenate and watch some other kind of stuff, you know what I mean, just to, Jesus Christ, like wash the mouth out of some of that shit. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody that's watching the videos. I'm having a good time with it, and hopefully you guys have a great rest of your September. My birthday's next week. Send your super chats, send your Patreon, send your love. 666. Adios. Got the driest mouth right now from all this fucking talking.